Hey guys, just want to come off. I don't really know YouTube, how to shoot a video. I really don't care. I just want to give you some goals and just different ways to look at where you're at in your trading journey, and then also ways to fix it, and just go through a little journey speech here. So usually most people go through, stages to a goal. Now, if you haven't received your goal or achieved it yet, you're basically going through a situation where you just don't know how to get there. And I'm going to lay out the paths that you're going to go through. You're going to have to go through these paths, and then ways, obviously, to achieve it, because I'm not about talking about negative. I'm talking about how to move forward. So I would like to go and just show you a picture of something real quick, and then I want to go basically over the stages of the goal. So the first one is really just a big one right here. It's called transition curve. Now, transition curve is basically what we're all going through. So let's say you're trading and you paid some money and you got some mentors and you got this uninformed optimism. So you're getting really, really heavy, and then you go, hey, the grass is greener over here with this strategy. Hey, we have the right information, and then you go ahead and lay your money down. And then you come over here and you go, well, that should be easy, and the grass is greener over here. And then eventually you're going to move over to, sadly, the section over here, the informed pessimism. When you start realizing they don't know what they're talking about, and maybe you don't know how to actually do what they did. Maybe you didn't read all the information that they gave, and maybe you did, and you just realize, I can't keep going through this. Especially when trading, you're making mistakes and doing some bloodletting. So the biggest trick right here is just sitting there and just saying, I know to be negative now. And maybe you're going through that stage in your trading, and you're just going, hey, what I paid for isn't working. Maybe this is a little too fast for me. Maybe I need a slower approach. Maybe I paid the wrong mentor, whatever it may be. Then eventually you're going to come to the next stage. And the next stage is going to be, first of all, you realize it's a little harder than that, but you're still not wanting to do the work. That's what I keep telling people, no matter what stage they're at in their journey, you got to be able to put the work in, even if I give you the insight. The next one is crisis of meaning, or basically they call it also the valley of despair. You're sitting basically at a point where you just go, am I going to call it quits? I'm obviously lower than I was a minute ago. This is also pretty much the learning curve. But yeah, the crisis of meaning is basically, maybe I need to try a new strategy. A lot of stuff is before I tried a new strategy, I back tested stuff. So once I realized there was something else wrong with maybe a mentor or maybe a strategy that I latched onto, because that's all I knew and that's all you knew in your little journey. After a while, you just go, did I back test it before I traded it? And then you just realize, eventually that's the dumbest trading strategy on the internet once you listen to enough videos. And so quickly, some people are still burning money because they still have that uninformed optimism. They didn't even go through a pessimism, even if they're losing money, because they're not going through a stage with enough hurt to be pessimistic, which is crazy to me. I lost $800, I think, somewhere in, I think it was February 23, and I quit trading for 10 days, and I saw things I'd never seen because I'm always in a trade, maybe nervous in a trade. It's a brand new thing. Even though I made, $26,000 my first month, I made 40, lost 14, but I did profit, and I did go ahead and pay some money because I felt like I just got lucky. And then I actually lost some money with the mentor that I had. And then and then everybody's just still waiting for these certain trades. And I'm just like, these aren't working. So clearly I just went back to the drawing board, even though I paid my money. And I was like, well, these people don't know what they're talking about enough for me to do it. And obviously, or maybe I just can't trade it. So we'll just give it to that. Maybe I just don't know how to trade their style, but I thought I fully understood it because I do proper reading. But that's where despair, and you're basically going to two things. So you're right at this area right now in your trading. And you're going, do I need to stay in this? Maybe I need to switch to crypto. I have a friend calling me, hey, let's go to crypto. Hey, let's go to Forex. I just, hey, why don't you learn how to trade? You can pull up any chart and I'll show you where to trade it. I don't really care with, all the other garbage. I have a very proven system. I worked my butt off for my proven system, and then had to find all the little niches of the of the system, because even with a perfect system, you still got to learn how to trade it, maybe be a little more patient, and still all the ins and outs of anybody trade, because you actually have to do it live at your own computer. Well, we do it every day live, usually at the open, and we trade for an hour every day, and I will show you where to get in and get out of trades. If you're scalping, if you have long trades, we have longer versions of them, but mainly I like to scalp because a lot of these high fast movement have a lot of volatility, and they'll have a lot of highs and lows if you really don't understand how to trade them properly. So 2 things. You're going to go to 4 and you're going to just go crash and burn. And you're going to go, I'm just going to give up. Well, you've probably given up a lot of other things in your life, and you didn't persevere. You think this was, just, there's no way this is going to be done. I don't even think of crash and burn ever. It might be a blip in my road, but I do not even think of crashing and burning when I do something, because I've done enough little things. I had really good uncles, and they showed me a lot of things just to make less mistakes. And maybe my dad's passing when I was 10, maybe that helped me to listen to them. Maybe you think you're the smartest person in the room, but now you're the poorest person in the room. But you can always get back on the horse. And this is where I say, hey, if you haven't found a strategy, ask someone. If they don't give it to you, they're not your real friend. And otherwise, we teach a proven strategy that works. You can't actually prove against me in a back test. So once you do that, that's the first thing I got. When I watched videos, I started back testing. Back testing is basically taking a chart, applying the principles that you were taught, and see if it actually works. If it cannot even work historically to yesterday, how is it going to work live when you have all these emotions going on? So you definitely want to be doing that. So the next thing is you want to have informed optimism. Now that's the next level where you think it can actually work out for me. So hopefully with the nice community, we have a really good community here. And also you have really good traders that are willing to share the information. And the other thing is you just need a positive situation. Maybe you have family and friends saying, hey, you suck, you can't do it. Hey, why do you think you can do this? Well, it's just like any learned trait. If you're at your job for 20 years, I bet you really did suck the first 5 years. But you put so much weight on yourself the first year because maybe you told too many people what you were doing. I didn't tell anybody till I made some money. I told my kids by buying them crap, and I never bought them stuff. So they were really shocked when I did it. And then we were going on a vacation. I gave my daughter some money. I was like, hey, have a little fun. And she's like, you've never given me this kind of money. I said, enjoy. Enjoy. I'll make that tomorrow. No big deal. And then they started listening because now you proved it. So try maybe not to speak so much until you prove it. Maybe that's on you. Maybe that's on me. But sit there. Now, informed optimism. What do you do that? And then you're trying to hopefully eventually get over here where you actually achieve your goal. So part of that is what I see. If I could draw on this, let me see. Hopefully I can. So your goal is going to be up here. Somewhere right up in here. And we're just going to put a little symbol over here. I think we can draw a little bit. And this is your goal. Maybe just money. Okay. And then at the end of the day, you go sit there and you go, okay, well, how do I get that money? Well, just like anything else, when I first started playing tennis, I got my butt kicked. Or I thought I knew a lot. And then this old man beat me. But then every time I was beaten or, had a good match, I would ask him, hey, how long you been playing? This kid say, hey, I've been playing this. I'm like, oh, I got to catch up 200 hours to that guy. So I started going, let me go ahead and practice more in a short amount of time with the proper information and start progressing faster. Because at the end of the day, for you to get your goal, hopefully you come in with this level of knowledge and hopefully you walk out with this level of knowledge. But sadly, this is where people, again, they quit. And they just go crashing and burning anything they've ever done. And all you're doing is usually one step away. You might be 90% there. You've done all the work. You've done some stuff in the last 10%. Well, we live trade here every day. We do private lessons. We have mental coaches. We have everything. Glad to help you out. But the big thing is ask someone. Go back and trade less. Just say, hey, where am I on this stage? Hey, if things aren't working, why am I still using it? Or, hey, I'm doing this, but I'm not doing the last step. What is the last step? I figured out a step in my training. Once I had that fourth step, I took someone's 50% win strategy, which is still pretty good, and turned it up to the 90s and 100 on many of days because I'm just disciplined enough to let the maneuver happen. I don't chase. I used to chase. Chasing is a stock. When you're trying to long trade and you chase the top because you missed the other part and you're going, I have FOMO and I want to get in and I want to get out, but I didn't get out and I just watched it go against me too long. So two things. Wherever you're at on your stages here of this journey for you to transition to a trader from whoever you are today, you're going to have to go through a trough. You're going to have to accept that you don't know enough. You're going to have to accept that you need to learn a little bit more. You need to accept how to actually trade it. And then if it's too fast, find another commodity maybe that moves a little slower for your style of trading that you will eventually find. You'll find a strategy that works for you. I like scalping and I like trading. I know when to short because obviously I've gotten out of a long. But at the end of the day, I just don't want the headache or the length of time in a trade. Now, obviously, I see it more profitable at the end of the day, but I just go, I'm in and out for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, hour and a half a day, and I'm done. And those people are having to marry it. And if it really goes wrong, it could go wrong really quick. So that's why I stay with longing a stock, and I will transition to some shorting soon because obviously now I've lived it for 2 years. I've seen it. I have more information. I have a lot more informed optimism to reach my goals of money. I've already reached my goals. It's really amazing. If you put your mind to something, you can get it. And if you need any private lessons, we do them. If you need just a positive chat room, we have very small fees to get in. And if you need live trading every day, we do it. And we can help you. But anything, if you have any questions about this, please DM me. I'm at FOMO Nomo on Telegram. That's probably the best one because I have too many contacts the other way and I can get really sidetracked a little bit. Or call me, 281-250-9448. Maybe hook up a private or just come over to our chat room if you're not having a very good outcome with your people. And trust me, it is very nice when you're sitting there lonely in a computer room to have other people actively getting there. I actively show my pre-trades, end trade, and final trade. And then we have other traders that'll show you what they trade. Or, hey, here's a ticker on the move. So there's something else you're missing. Well, we already have a lot of people in here finding other charts. So please ask. Go from uninformed. Don't crash and burn. And try to go to informed. You still have to learn how to trade. You can copy traders while you do it. Sometimes you just had a bad mentor and then, that's what you think it is. And you just got to keep searching. Don't look back. Always try to look forward. Hey, guys, I was just trying to sit there in some stations of some goals. So please reach out if you need any help. If not, we do have a chat room that I'll be glad to help you out with. And also, just stay positive on your outlook. You will get where you want to as long as you stay on the path. We all crawled. We all started to walk. We fell. We walked. We started to run. And now we can run. Same thing with your trading. Just take those simple steps to get there and you'll have a great, great trading career. If you're not in a rush to make the money, I think you will always have a long life career. If you're rushed to make the money, follow a mentor that's actually good. But otherwise, if you can just take a simpler approach, you will have the outcome that you desire. Y'all have a great weekend. I just wanted to shoot that and help y'all out. Have a great one. Thank you.